Hi, you're watching Velo News TV. I'm Neil Rogers here at the 2008 Tour de France. We're just about to start the first stage in Brest. We're doing the video diaries with Garmin Chipotle's Magnus Backstedt. Magnus, last time we spoke with you was in Girona, Spain a few days ago. What have you been up to since then? Take us through the last few days.
Went up and tested the time trial course, had a look at that one, and then after that it's just basically been sorting things out, you know, making sure that you got all the bits and bobs in your suitcase, bikes are working, just, you know, making sure that you're as well prepared as you can be for 3 weeks on the bike.
What can you tell us about the TT course?
It's kind of lumpy, as I would call it, you know. It's sort of never really any space where you can really get down to it. It's always going up and down through the sprockets on the back, and you know, no real big climbs, but still sufficiently enough to sort of make you hurt. So you know, I think we've got a couple of boys who can go really well there.
There's a lot of talk about the stage today in Pumalek with the climb at the end. Were you there in '97 when the stage finished?
I wasn't there in '97, but I did watch it, and I've done Grand Prix Pumalek a few times, and I know the climb. It's a difficult climb to get up in the final.
How do you see it breaking down today? Is it going to be guys like Valverde, Cunego? Can a guy like Frere be there at the end?
Well, judging by the wind we got today, you know, anything can happen on the way into Pumalek as well. So, you know, we're not going to say that it's definitely going to end up in a bunch sprint. My guess is that we'll actually end up getting in the group of 30, 40 guys, maybe, because it's going to split in the wind. And I mean, Valverde definitely, he's one of the favourites for today. But you know, I wouldn't count out guys like David Miller or Zabel even. You know, there's a few guys who can fast guys who can still climb decently.
A little bit tense. I mean, you talk about you think it's going to split in the wind. Everyone goes into the stage thinking that. Does that create a pretty tense environment?
From my point of view, not really. I love the wind, and you know, when it's windy, I kind of tend to be in my elements, and I never really get nervous for it because most of the time it's the climbs that hurt me, not so much to flatten the wind. And I've sort of raced enough up in Belgium and Holland in my career to know exactly what to do with the wind and how to move around in the peloton. And I'm not really nervous for today. You know, it should be a good day.
Well, that's actually a perfect lead into our reader question. Anybody that has a question for Magnus can send it to velonewstv@competitorgroup.com. Today's question comes from a guy named Dan Belling. He says, Magnus, thanks for sharing your time during the tour. It'll be great to get your perspective on the event. Here's my question. I'm also a bigger rider like you, 6'2", 190 pounds, and I always find the climbs ultra difficult. I tend to get spit out the back very quickly. How do you cope with the climbs, and how do you treat mountainous days? They tend to me to be mentally challenging.
I try not to let them get to me on a mental state to start off with, but it's also a question of always starting the climb right at the very, very front of the peloton. You give yourself a little bit of space to drift back. The drift is a well-known tactic, and it works a lot. If there's no sort of longer climbs, then you can always drift a little bit. Mountain days, you know, it's like you get in the zone, you're trying to find your own tempo, not look too much around at the other guys, what they're doing, how fast they're going. Try not to sort of make too many jumps, but just keep a steady rhythm, find your own rhythm, and just go as fast as you can up the hill. And generally, you know, guys may jump away from you in the beginning of the climb, but most of the time you do pick a few off as you're going up towards the top. So just keep it steady and enjoy riding up them.
There you have it. Well, I'm sure it's a bit of a relief to actually get the race started. Good luck out there today.
Thanks a lot.